Hi children. There is one typical feature of a living organism called metabolism. It is some total of chemical reactions performed in the cell. Maybe the organism is unicellular or multicellular to generate the product essential to carry out various activities in the cell. Metabolism includes anabolic activities and catabolic activities. In anabolism, the simple elements gets converted into complex where the energy is conserved and stored. While in catabolism, the complex organic compound degraded into simple to release the energy so that cell utilize that free energy either to store it or to do various functions. For metabolism, the cell needed a regulator hormone and a catalyst enzyme. As we already studied that hormones are secreted by endocrine glands and enzymes are secreted by exocrine glands. Both hormones and enzymes, with some exceptions, both are polypeptides. And polypeptides, they may be primary, secondary, tertiary or quaternary in structure, but basically they are made up of amino acids. Amino acids are either essential or non-essential, which are undergoing polymerization where they are linked with each other by a peptide or amide bond. It is a chemical bond which is formed between amino group NH2 of one amino acid and COOH carboxyl group of other amino acid releasing an water molecule. This peptide bond synthesis is on the ribosomal units, and basically to polymerize amino acids into protein, a messenger RNA is required which will decide the type, the sequence and total number of amino acids need to be polymerized to form a required protein. But this particular sequence on messenger RNA is a coded language which is in the form of triplets, commaless, non-overlapping, with initiator to start, with terminator to stop, which are having its own polarity, universality, redundancy, and sometimes they are showing degeneracy. This particular coded message decoded on the ribosomal units with the help of rRNA. And according to the triplet exposed on the ribosomal subunits, transfer RNA will activate amino acid, loads it, and this charged tRNA will come to the ribosomal unit to release the amino acid like this. 3 RNAs, messenger, ribosomal and transfer RNA will work together to polymerize amino acids into polypeptide. But who is synthesizing this RNA molecule? It is nothing but a DNA, but not the entire DNA. It has a cluster of genes. To begin, promoter gene, which is a site for binding of RNA polymerase, structural gene, which has the genetic code need to be transcribed in the form of messenger RNA, and the terminator. This particular group or cluster of genes is known as operon in Jacob and Monod's language. Means this operon is nothing but a functional set. We call it a gene in terms of Johansson. As per Seymour Benzer, a gene regulating a specific metabolic reaction by synthesizing protein via RNA molecules on the ribosome is given by Seymour Benzer, and according to him, this particular set of gene is known as cistron. So there are numerous cistrons available on the DNA molecule. Each cistron is having a combination of promoter, including operator, having a regulator gene in the beginning of promoter, structural gene which is a functional part of the operon, and the terminator. Now this operon is working in presence of a substrate molecule entering the cell. So the substrate may be simple inorganic or complex organic. When it enters the cell, it triggers a particular gene we call operon. So that substrate molecule entering in the cell, we call it as inducer or effector. So the operon which gets stimulated in presence of inducer are called as inducible operons. They are responsible for catabolism, to degrade complex into simple. But before we learn gene regulation, let us study what exactly translation is. Translation is the genetic code of DNA which is transcribed on mRNA is decoded with the help of rRNA, so that tRNA is bringing amino acids which are linked by peptide bonds in presence of peptidyl transferase to release a protein molecule which act as a hormone or enzyme to complete the metabolism. For transcription, the needed machinery along with translation, the operon we call gene or cistron, number of RNA molecules, mRNA, rRNA, tRNA, amino acid pool which contain inactive amino acids, and ribosomal subunits. Just recall last year's ribosome. Each ribosomal subunit made up of rRNA with the proteins. A smaller subunit and larger subunit, when they come together, in between mRNA is linked. This mRNA is having triplets. So when ribosomal units are moving from 5' to 3' in the direction of 5' to 3' on the messenger RNA, there are two sites on the ribosomal subunits. Adenylated site, it is also called as amino acid site or amino acyl site, to which new arriving amino acid is brought by tRNA. Peptidyl site, already arrived amino acid is available on peptidyl site. So ribosomal units having P site for arrived amino acid, A site for arriving amino acid. So when both the sites are blocked with the help of amino acids, peptide bond will synthesize. Thus, ribosomal subunits will move from one triplet to another triplet, exposing the codons on A site, and on P site previous amino acid is shifted. Thus the protein molecule elongates, and when terminator codon will expose on A site, there is no tRNA to bring activated amino acid, and thus protein synthesis is terminated. Let us study the translation process with the help of a small clipping. Look at the cell. In this, we are dealing with the process how DNA is regulating protein synthesis. We are moving in the cell towards the nucleus. In the nucleus, there is a chromatin network made up of chromatin fibers. Chromatin fiber is nothing but a chromosome, and chromosome is a packed DNA along with octamers of histone. When you look at the DNA, there are functional segments we call gene. The gene working for synthesizing protein is known as cistron. There is one enzyme, RNA polymerase, which binds to a specific set of gene where DNA start unwinding. On the template strand of DNA, complementary nucleotides, these are ribonucleotides, go on arranging to form a RNA molecule. Now this RNA molecule is hnRNA. It is not still messenger RNA. This hnRNA undergo post-transcriptional changes. It contains coding exons, non-coding introns which are cleaved so that exons are brought together. After capping and tailing through nuclear pore, the functional messenger RNA start moving towards the cytoplasm. In the cytoplasm, two ribosomal subunits will attach in such a way that the cap leader sequence of messenger RNA will move further. The first initiator codon AUG is exposed on P site of ribosomal unit, and the next adjacent triplet will come on A site of the ribosome. Now, the tRNA with specific anticodons start bringing amino acids, and these amino acids which are present on P site and A site of ribosomal subunit start synthesizing peptide bonds. Thus, after initiation, elongation begins. The elongated chain of amino acid is released from the ribosomal subunits, and it is a raw protein which undergo a specific structural changes. Now this change may occur in the endoplasmic reticulum to carry out further metabolic activities. Let us revise once again what exactly protein synthesis is.